Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a quick reaction video to Teen Mom Next Chapter where Leah gets engaged and her fiance tells her that he asked her stepdad for his blessing. So let's take a look.
Thank you so much. Gracias.
Let's pop that champagne. Let's pop it. All right.
Let's pop it.
Being engaged.
Engaged.
Yeah. Love you.
Maybe more. Who all was a part of this?
Everybody helped out to make this moment a special moment. But I spoke to Corey about it, and
What
he
did Corey
was
say?
like, I'm excited and happy for you guys.
We don't even need the validation from anyone.
I think that's nice that he did speak to Corey, just because, I mean, Corey is the girl's father, and you know, them getting engaged and married is definitely, you know, it's going to be a big next chapter in the girls' lives. So I think that was a little bit, you know, respectable to just kind of give him a heads up and kind of chat with him about it.
But it supports us, yeah.
No. Let's not take that away. I asked Lee for his blessing. I wanted to ask you for your blessing to marry Leah.
As long as you're taking care of Leah and doing right by her and you're doing right by the kids, I'll have your back.
You mind if I get a hug from that? I appreciate that. It got very emotional.
I will just pause there and say that was definitely a beautiful moment. It seems like her stepdad has been in her life. And from my understanding, they have a pretty good relationship. As we know, Leah doesn't have a really good relationship with her biological father, but I don't think she has many issues that we know of. There could be some things we don't know off camera, of course, but just watching that moment seemed very nice.
The only 3 that you would have ever need approval from would have been my daughters. Like, you don't need his permission.
Okay, let's focus on this moment, baby. Let's not. Let's
Uh-oh.
to sink in with what we got.
So
I know it's
what
gonna take
made
time
you
though.
feel like you wanted Lee's blessing?
Is it the traditional?
No.
Is it the traditional
So
thing?
this is the thing. I thought about that, right? Yeah, people say blessing is tradition, but for me, I just wanted to do it out of level of respect. That was enough for me to just ask him, like, hey, like, I want to marry your stepdaughter.
I just want you to know that you're the man.
I understand that, babe, but I was just telling you. I just talked to the man.
And I respect
and
that.
asked,
I know. Okay.
And that's all we needed to do.
Okay.
That was all. Yeah.
My relationship with my mom is kind of important, though. That's my stepdad. I wish that I could, like, walk down the aisle with a dad that hands me off and, like, all
Listen.
that extra. Like, I wish I could, but
Listen to me, okay? Tradition is for what you see it. Everybody's tradition is different.
maybe you don't understand. Because you are close to your family. You have a tight-knit family.
So just seeing this far, you know, it definitely seems like Leah is definitely in her feels here and is, you know, a little triggered because what she just said, I think is how she truly feels. Like, you know, I wish I had a dad to walk me down the aisle traditionally. And I think maybe she was looking for him to kind of be like, hey, you should know I don't really have the traditional setup. Maybe you did that because you're more traditional or you're closer to your family. And so, you know, you thought that was the right thing to do. But for me, it would have meant a lot more if you had asked my daughters, because that's the family I created, right? So I think Leah is definitely feeling like, you know, the family I created is more important than the family I come from. Even if there are no hard issues or hard feelings like with her stepdad, I think she would have valued that more, which is what I think she's trying to say to him. I'm not sure what her relationship with her mom has to do with that. Maybe she's trying to just say, if you were going to do that, my mom would have been better. Like, she's not really communicating a lot here, right? And maybe there's some things she just doesn't want to say on camera. It is a little kind of confusing. And I think he's just trying to be like, hey, hold on, like, let's not take away from this moment. It's not a big deal. I did what I did, and yeah, so.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
You're taking too much away from what this is. You're focusing on something that I think you've been wanting to get off your chest. You know, I understand the past and all that stuff. I get that. Maybe I don't understand fully.
Yeah, okay, that's a better.
But tone down. You're
No, I'm being.
I know, I understand that, but I'm just telling you, like.
Okay.
Just want to enjoy this time. This is not the time to. Are we done?
Damn, that was kind of cringe, man. That was pretty cringe. Very awkward. Definitely, I think not the time to have that conversation. You know, since they're trying to celebrate their engagement. But I do also understand that that's a kind of a normal topic that would come up and be like, hey, you know what? Now that we're engaged, let me tell you, I did get your dad's or your stepdad's blessing. So I don't think at the same time that's kind of, you know, an odd thing to bring up, but obviously it is a touchy subject for her. I don't think he was expecting that reaction. I think definitely it is something just that he values, and I think they both need to communicate better, and he should have just said, like, this is how I was raised. I was raised very close to my family, and what we do is we have to ask the father or the father figure for the blessing, because that's just how I was raised. But I understand that you don't have that relationship with him. And I think maybe where that's kind of where he didn't really consider her feelings. And even though that's how you were raised, that's not her dynamic, right, with her family. And I think that's kind of what she was looking for. So maybe even if he had asked the stepdad and the daughters and talked to Corey, you know what I mean? And that way it's a little bit more neutral. And he's talking to everyone that he thinks that he should, as to from what he was brought up to believe, and also considering what she would have wanted, which is the daughters, maybe the mom, type of thing. And even with Corey, like Leah kind of said, like, you know, we don't need validation from everyone, but she did also say, but I understand it supports us too. So I don't think necessarily she should be taking it as looking for validation, because that's not really what that is. It's just a respect thing. Whether they say yes or no, you're gonna do it anyway, which is why me personally, I think you should just avoid this whole thing. I get tradition is tradition, and some people you know, want to carry that on, but it's true. Like, what if the dad or stepdad had said no? Like, you're gonna do it anyway, so then why are you asking him? You know what I mean? So I think some of these traditions and older values can be a little silly, but I don't want to take away from the people who cherish that and want to carry that on. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.